Hi, I'm Dorothy Godin, broker of 3MAX Crown Realty here in Sudbury, and welcome to Thursday Thoughts. Well, the weather is hot, and so is the real estate market, depending on what your price range is. So far in June, and we're almost at the end of June, but as I'm doing this video, we've had 191 residential sales within the city of Greater Sudbury. Average sale price is hovering around that 532. Average days on the market is 19 days, and on average, we're seeing the sale price to list price ratio 104%. So on average, things are selling 4%. Of course, you know I like to break down the market, and I usually break it down 600 and under. But to be honest, we're seeing things that are listed and in the 500 range that are getting multiple offers and selling in the six. So I'm going to break it down 700 and under. So 700 and under, it represents 85% of the market so far this month. And the average sale price, 477, 302. The average days on the market is 20 days. And on average, in that under 700 market, we're seeing sale prices 4.65 above list. And I've been doing lots of work in that market. Definitely very competitive. There's lots of buyers. Yesterday I was involved in a negotiation that had 17 offers. Interesting enough, I'm doing a little bit of work outside of the city proper in Dowling, and what proves to me is that you don't have to have 100 showings on one property. I had 9 showings and we got 5 offers. On another property, I believe we had 7 showings and we got 2 offers. So it's not about the number of showings, it's about the number of qualified buyers that you're getting into your listings. The over 700 market represents 15% of our market, and their average sale price so far this month, 853,250. Average days on the market, 17, and on average, they are selling 1% above list price. So it's very important. It's always important no matter what a price range you're in, but particularly if you are in the over 700 price range, you need to align your price with the market, because your market is much, much smaller and there's not as high demand. There's not as many buyers. So that over 700, make sure that you've aligned your price. So moving forward, people always want to know, what's July and August look like? And I can tell you, the last 2 years, July has been very good. Last July, we had 194 sales, and the July before, we had 192. And I always say, for me, June, July is the Sudbury spring market. The weather is different here. Our spring weather starts a little bit later, and so I always find our spring market does. And generally speaking, June, July are our most productive markets. August still does well, though. Last year, we had 178 sales, and the year before, 174. So it's not like the market shuts down completely in August. We still have a good number of residential sales. It's just not as many. So, if you're going to be on the market, you do want to be on the market in the month of July. And particularly if you want to move before the kids start school again, you have to be on the market. We're doing closings now, end of July and going into the middle of August and end of August. So I hope you find that helpful. As always, you can reach me at Dorothy Godin at remax.net or 705-561-2360. Enjoy this summer weather.